Hi, Dr. Wayne Scott. This is Annika Bonus, and I am doing my auditory verbal video demonstration. So today I'm going to be using my farm set to do my activity. I am kind of picking this for a preschool age child. I picked this specific toy because I think it's a pretty common toy to have at home, and kids love animals. That's pretty concrete to them. So we're gonna do a farm animal listening activity. I'm gonna be using songs, animal sounds, and naming the animals. This kind of activity is great for kids because animals are normally a really familiar topic. And there's so much that you can do with a farm set beyond just naming. These are great once we're actually getting into play skills. And I love my farm set, so I'm going to be using this. I'm going to switch back a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to be incorporating 2 auditory verbal strategies into my activity. The first one is auditory closure, and the second one is auditory sandwiching. So auditory closure, I will be primarily using this with songs, but I will also explain a way that you can use this just with normal speech. So with auditory closure, I like to think of it as filling in the blank. So I might be saying a sentence like I want, and then leave a blank, and the kiddo can fill that blank in. So I would stop, look expectantly, like I'm wanting them to tell me something, and then expect the kiddo to finish the sentence. So this takes advantage of redundancy. So with songs especially, I will be using the same farm animal song for each animal, leaving a blank and then expecting the kiddo to fill in that same blank every time. So the child is getting used to the pattern, and they're learning to listen, and then they're learning to listen and fill in missing information, which is a valuable skill for any of our language learners, but especially those that use hearing devices and have hearing differences. That ability to listen and kind of predict what's going in that blank is a very valuable skill. And this is a great way to begin teaching that. So kind of the first way that I would do that, kind of the easier way is, so I've got my farm animals, I've got my cow. The cow on the farm says moo, 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 moo. The cow on the farm says, and then I would expect the child to say moo, moo, moo. And then we can finish the song together all day long. And then whenever I'm first teaching this strategy, I would probably do a few of the songs completely, give them the whole song, and then expect for them to start filling in those blanks. And in the beginning, I would primarily just stick to the animal sounds as the blanks they're filling in. The pig on the farm says oink, 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 oink. Oink, 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 the pig on the farm says oink, 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 all day long. And then if my kiddo is really struggling with this, whenever I'm giving that blank, the pig on the farm says, I might hum to kind of add in some support. Kind of hum where I'm expecting them to give me the speech. Just kind of add some support and give them that melody so they can fill that in. And then kind of another way I might do this while I'm playing is, let's say we're both focused on the horse. We're playing with the horse. We're looking at all the farm animals. I could just say, I see a, and they could fill in any animal. Pig, I see a pig. I see a cow. Cow, I see a cow. and kind of just using that sentence of, I see a horse. I see a horse. And expecting them to pick up a toy and fill in that blank for me. So this is a really great strategy because it enforces it. The kiddo is paying attention to the speaker. They're paying attention to my intonation, what I'm saying, where I'm leaving that blank. It's expecting a response. It's enforcing turn-taking skills, spontaneous language, and it's supporting that kiddo as they're growing their language skills. So I love that strategy. The next strategy I would be using is the auditory sandwich. So this I will be showing with kind of labeling the animals, and you're giving auditory input first. So I'm giving the word pig, not showing them the pig. Then I'm picking up the pig, showing them pig, and then I'm covering it up again. Pig. So it's that sandwich where you're just giving the word, then you're giving tactile, visual, input, showing them, letting them play it with it, letting them touch it, pig. And then taking it away, pig. I would start this with just the single word. Even if your kiddo knows all of the animal names, this is valuable because it's teaching our kiddos with hearing differences to rely on their listening. So, and then we give them the visual support and then give them again the opportunity to just listen. So it's training them to be able to trust their listening, which is incredible. So, when I'm playing with the kiddo, I might say, okay, we're gonna play a game. I am going to say an animal name, and I want you listening for the animal name I'm saying. Cow. Give it a second. Cow. Cow. Cow says moo, moo, and then kind of playing with it. Okay. Horse. Horse. So, this is encouraging understanding by the listening mode, and helping that kiddo learn to trust what they're hearing. So, kind of as I said earlier, if our auditory or our language skills are a little bit lower, I would use my first strategy really specifically with songs. And then with my second strategy, I would just stick with labeling and using that single word. And then if skills are higher, I would incorporate more of these skills kind of into their play routines. And instead of me directing it as much, I would jump in more to what they are doing. And then with my second strategy, instead of just using a single word, I might be using, a simple sentence. So scaffolding that to make it a bit more difficult to where they're having to rely on their listening a little bit more before I provide that visual input and then give my sentence again. So I think that both these strategies can be used at home really well during normal play routines or snack. I think with that fill in the blank strategy, you could use that during any kind of play routine that you're doing. If you're looking at a book together, talking about the pictures, you could say, I see a, and let them fill in that blank. Or like looking at a family photo, you could talk about each person in the photo and say, oh, I see, and fill that in. And then with our second strategy, the sandwich strategy, I think that is really well used during snack time. So let's say you have an apple, you're cutting up your apple. You could say, I've got an apple, and then show them an apple slice, put it back down. I've got an apple, and reinforcing that you have an apple. So I think those are great ways you could use it at home, and you could generalize those. Thank you.